Jesus, am I really gonna do this right now? This is gonna be the most distracting fucking video. I'm here for it though. Okay, what's going on with my video quality, you might be wondering. My fucking phone is going haywire right now. So, we are recording this on a webcam. It hurts my soul, or rather hurt my soul yesterday to think of the idea of recording in a less than ideal quality. But this just goes to show, like, I want to highlight that it's not about, like, necessarily the quality of the camera or the lighting or, like, how perfect everything is from a production standpoint. But what matters a lot more is, like, the message that's coming across. Okay? And even that doesn't need to be perfect in itself as well. Okay, so I'm also shirtless. Haven't done this since literally Reflections, like 8, I think, 9, something like that. So I think it's funny to do that. So let's do this today. And it is 3/23/2020, aka March 23rd, 2020. Coronavirus shit in full swing right now, which is also like why my phone will take a while. So that is intriguing that this all happened right now. But anyways, what Reflections is a weekly episode, or bi-weekly episode rather, where I get on camera and just capture all types of highlights from my past 2 weeks, things I learned, how I'm growing, things I'm going through, what I am taking away from my experiences, etc. And then hopefully you can take some away from my experience and apply it to your own and in your own journey, and then just like upgrade your results with me. It's a never-ending journey of Kaizen, forever improving, forever learning, forever growing, and I hope you do the exact same. You don't necessarily need to reflect on my type of ridiculous level, but like, hope you're getting some insight from this. Okay, let's get into it. What were my favorite wins? Recorded my DPMO Vol 3 reaction video, which was cool because it was my first time doing a first listen, and like, that went well. I also ended up editing, posting, and doing all that shit, a lot of thumbnail stuff. Actually did SEO well, which was good. Always feels good when I can actually do SEO well, because I'm so not good at it. But I'm getting better each time. So did that. Also, all of these artists reached out to me. Like, I had Versa, Chassis, Stone Level, Mass Panic, GLD, and Akios all interact with it. So that felt amazing. So thank you guys for watching and listening. Feels so fucking good to me. Also posted my first weekly vlog, finally. Just finished recording, so that's actually a win in itself as well. I just finished recording 9 straight fucking weeks of this. So that feels good to finally get the first one out. I also edited fucking like basically 2 in that time, maybe 3, something like that. I'm currently editing partially of 3's almost done, and then like 4 I'm just in clipping phase right now. Holy shit, there's a lot of stuff in 4. My god, though. That's the one where I get let go from Starbucks, and just like the amount of talking in that is just bananas. But as for the weekly vlog reaction, people are actually enjoying it, and I love that they are enjoying it because it brings me so much joy as well. And it was just like, it's just such a different way of capturing my journey, so I'm very pleased with that. Also created a timeline for catching up on my content, and it's projected to be around April, late April essentially, is when I'll probably get caught up. Though that is probably going to change based on me not having a camera right now to record. So yeah, that might be actually sooner than I was expecting. Or maybe the same. We'll see. Also did some branding stuff like YouTube description and bio for myself, and getting more clear on like what the fuck I actually want to position myself as. Started designing something called a second memory, which is this crazy thing to highlight my entire existence, really. And a shit ton of Notion work as I completely start redesigning everything. Like, I really want to focus on simplification and essentialism going forward with my systems. And like, it was just getting too fucking cluttered. I was overwhelmed and I didn't like it. So I'm taking this time, this quarantine time, to also work on some Notion stuff. I have confirmed 5 interviews so far with my friends. We've got Azel, Mikey B, Zach Platt, Usabi Flo, and Brian. And I feel like I'm missing someone. I'm sorry if I'm missing you. And just, I'm grateful that you guys believe in me enough to say yes to something like this. I feel like it's going to come out fucking sick. Also hit 38 push-ups in a row for my max in that push-up challenge, which felt fucking good. RIP form by the end though. What worked? Prioritizing bonding. So sometimes I just like will let social time slip because I just like working so much fucking more. But right now I have a lot of extra time, so I am making time to bond with people through the internet. It's blessed as fuck. Like I got to hop on a FaceTime with Giuseppe. I'm pronouncing his name probably wrong. Anyways, Azel Beatbox. And that guy's a fucking gem. And I like just got to meet him basically like in the past like few weeks. And he's a complete beauty. So it's really cool to like be able to FaceTime him, FaceTime Bry, the Montreal squad, whoever I really choose to. And it's just like, I'm so fucking blessed we have this internet situation, man. So good. Letting myself record very fucking minimal. I've experimented with a lot of just like super minimalistic approaches, and it feels nice to just not feel the need to talk about everything 24/7. Like I'm really trying to focus on just essentialism and simplistic nature right now throughout every area of my life really, but especially with content right now. Being more accepting of myself when I'm recording. I got into I think a little bit of a judgmental state around like late 008 type of thing, and it was annoying. So I was being more accepting of myself, and it just got so much fucking easier to just record. And like that holds so many people back because they judge themselves too much. And it's actually what it really is like you taking on the world's judgment towards you. It might not even be real. It could be imagined, but like that's pretty much what's going on. And because your higher self isn't judging you. So that's something to note there. But anyways, that'll stop people from creating. So like if you just choose to be more accepting and work on whatever the underlying challenge that right there is and shift from a judgmental state to an accepting state of yourself, like so much changes with content. I am evidence of this right now. Used to judge everything. Now I'm trying to be way more fucking accepting, and it's so much better. Light coffee on an empty stomach. Like especially espresso is working phenomenally right now. Like it's just great. It hits so fucking hard and in an amazing way because you're like fasting and just enough caffeine. Like it doesn't even have to be much. It's crazy how like much, just a tiny bit will hit, and it's bonkers. And that's like a perfect amount for creativity for me. And then I just fly basically. It's amazing. Shout out to amazing mornings, man. Setting up the frame in my DPMO volume 3 video so that people know that like, I know that my opinion means fucking nothing. I am just a consumer. I am merely just someone who appreciates the music. My opinion means nothing. I'm coming at it from such like a place of humility because I'm not making the art here. They are. And it's just one man's point of view. If you don't like I don't like every song. And just because I don't like it doesn't mean that someone else can love that. Like it's just one perspective. I feel like the world would be a lot better if we approached all things like that, honestly. But yeah, just because people are liking it, I cannot develop an ego around this at all because I'm just a reviewer at the end of the day. It's nothing special. Viewing this coronavirus thing as an opportunity. So like it's quarantine central right now. I haven't left the house since, I haven't actually left the house in 7 days. I miss outside, honestly. But it's been interesting. It's been scary only for like monetary reasons. I'm not scared of the virus at all. But I am more scared of like people in my, like elderly people or people who are not able to embrace like higher levels of consciousness. Cause like those are the people who are really susceptible, people who have like weaker immune systems and are just like more susceptible to like everyday shit, not just coronavirus, is also what I'm learning from like David Icke right now. But that interview is fucking insane, by the way. I'm only halfway through right now, but geez, it's crazy. But I am viewing this entire thing as an opportunity because like it's so much extra time. It's also like a kind of like another window I have of like, oh, I quote unquote don't have to work and yet I'm still going to work. So that feels great. The only thing that really makes me nervous is like how the fuck are we gonna pay rent? But Dad told me like if shit hits the fan, he would be there to help, which I really fucking appreciate. So thank you, Dad. And yeah, I wish I had money saved, or more money saved rather. I did have some money saved, but I wish myself this opportunity to expand on such a deep level from a work standpoint and like career standpoint, because like it can be this amazing thing if you choose to make it so, and I want to make it so, whether that's with content, non-material source energy medicine, Notion, whatever the fuck I choose to make it for. I just want to maximize this time as effectively as possible, because it is a crazy good opportunity if you take a step back and look at all this fucking free time you have. Like, people will bitch like, oh, I don't want to be in the quarantine, but they'll also ask for a day off, and then like, what the fuck are you going to do with your day off? Like, it's just people, man, people. Okay, adding guests to my podcast database concept area. It's crazy. Like, added so many people to there that I would like to enter, like big ones. And then made it so much more real when I did that. So consider, because it went from like just a concept to like, oh, this is happening. Like, it's just a matter of time now. It was very interesting how the way I like set up a page for it changed it all. Usually I'd be like the one to physically write something like that, and I will as well. But like, I was surprised at how much adding a Notion page produced a very similar internal result for me, an energetic result. Writing down so many fucking ideas that I have coming up throughout my day, whether that's like content, segments, one-offs, explanations. They're basically almost all content, but like so many like ideas that I'm just capturing and throwing in my inbox. It's working incredible, because once I have that out, then I can move on to another idea and just have like a constant stream. But you've got to like push that stream aside so new water can flow to you. And like, that's why an inbox in Notion is so fucking useful, my God. And then obviously go back and sort it later. But I don't do that because I'm fucking lazy. Yet, I will be doing that soon. Flirting with girls feels so fucking good. There's also like next level fucking tension right now because everyone's locked down. It's fucking strange, but I'm here for it. I am very here for it. Also, I feel like I wonder if I should get Tinder right now. Is it a good time to get Tinder or just the worst time? I don't know. It's up to me. Oh, going to Costco first thing and just sacrificing one morning for the greater good. It was fucking chaos. The most crazy I've ever seen Costco ever. And like, it was still such a funny story, and I'm glad we did it then. Our lockdown situation hit Monday, where people were like getting word of it on Sunday night, and then like things started closing down on Monday, and then gradually throughout the week, almost everything closed. So, and by the way, I'm in Ontario, in case I wasn't clear. So where was I going with this? Oh yeah, Costco. I really hate giving out my mornings. It actually kills me on the inside. But sometimes it is just better to for the greater good, just fucking do it. And like, for that, it was just time sensitive. The longer we waited, the worse it was going to get. Thank God we didn't wait until later in the day, or else we would have been killed. We went first thing, and just like, it was to the back of Costco with a line and a wrap. So it was like, it was just ridiculous. I wish everyone could see it. I think it'll be my vlog 009. So check that shit at the beginning. Getting my 3 workouts in, even though it's harder at home. I will miss Good Life, or I do miss Good Life. It's not I will. I fucking miss it already. But I am committed to making sure that I'm doing these things. Quarantine or not, coronavirus or not, lockdown or not, you've got to fucking do whatever you need to fucking do. In this case, 3 workouts a week for me is 1000% real. Lifting heavy, baby. Thank God for my home gym setup, even though it is a little bit annoying sometimes. Okay. Remembering that I can only receive negative impact from the virus if I let my energy levels drop to a certain point. People are very like fear-based around this, and being in that fear is actually like making you more susceptible to the virus, because you're at that type of energy levels around there where the virus actually exists. So don't stay there. But again, fucking do you. I'm just gonna do me, and I am going to focus on keeping my energy levels high and vibrating at a high enough frequency that the virus just doesn't have an impact. It's also been cool to like educate myself more on it, and equally know that like at the end of the day, I am still in control, and not buying into all this fear bullshit. That might be the most negative part about this virus. Balancing work between bed and main level. I'm going a little bit crazy when I stay in my room for too long. So just trying to go in different places throughout the house, very, very useful. Focusing on simplicity and essentialism with my Notion design. As I redesign everything and revamp the entire system right now, I am very, very, very focused on keeping things at whatever matters the most, not whatever matters or anything and everything. It's just trying to get down to those few key things and really drive home on them for each project. Putting testimonials and comments in my stories for social proof. I'm just excited, and I want to show people that other people are watching so that other people can watch, and this never-ending effect that happens with social proof. So I'm enjoying. It's so fucking cool. It's for excitement and social proof purposes. Keeping things simple in the Notion redesign and revamp. Also dancing on camera. I think this is funny. But yeah, like with the redesign, there's a million fucking things I could put in. What the fuck was that? There's a million fucking things I could put in with these systems, and I'm trying to just focus on like the key 20% that's going to create 80% of the positive impact. It's really as simple as that. I do not need to have every system in place. I do not need to have every system at all. I don't need to have every property. I don't need to have like, there's so many things I could include that I'm trying not to include right now, just because I'm trying to focus on the essentials and like try to keep things as simple as possible, because I have a very bad tendency of just making things so fucking chaotic and so complex, and it's just like, can we just focus down on the simple things here, please? Using clever things like timestamps in my reflections. I mean, probably should do that as well. But timestamps in the music videos that I make, so the artist can go quickly find their song, or the listener can go quickly find their song. And also the growth hack that I was doing for commenting on a SoundCloud post, and like that actually fucking works. What didn't work, and how can I improve it? Pushing off so many things that I shouldn't be pushing off right now. Whether that's like work stuff, this opportunity that my friend presented me, non-material source energy medicine, this course I need to go through. I just haven't been prioritizing, so just prioritize, add it to the fucking power list, and fucking do it. Good Lord, it's really that simple. Waking up so late, going to bed so late. The fuck? I was so good there, and then I just like completely lost it, especially because of this quarantine. My God, everyone's staying up way too fucking late, and like I fell into that as well with things like FaceTimes, and just I don't know, I get like way too excited at 12 a.m. and like, hey, let's start a fucking new fucking task and project. So I gotta go to bed earlier, man. Because if you can go to bed earlier, wake up earlier, everything just gets easier. And also going to bed earlier, just be productive while I'm going to bed. That makes me go to bed earlier. Meaning like, if I want to do like energetic stuff while I'm like half asleep right there, if I want to meditate, if I want to just listen to a podcast or an audio that I've listened to before, like Power of an Hour or whatever, just this gold shit that is going to like burn in my brain. Subliminals, if I feel like doing that as well. There's so many things. I could literally sit there and come up with ideas as well. I could mastermind. There's so many things I could do to make myself productive while I'm falling asleep. Also, I'm fucking lit on caffeine or fasting right now. One of the two. Kind of goes back. I haven't had that much caffeine. That's the amazing part about this. Oh, too many reshoots. Jesus, I was judging the hell out of this because I was taking too many shots, and I felt like it was getting like too filmy and like less documenty. So I wanted to just like, what was my actionable here? Get better at taking them, or just accept the cinematic. It's fair. I agree with that. Oh, and also the way I was shooting cinematics. Like, it was like shaky and like unnatural and like fidgety as I was moving certain places. Like, you'll kind of notice this unless I edited it really good. But so just focus on the real life version, because if I get too caught up in the whole like looking at the screen, I start to notice there's a lag time, and then it like fucks me, and I start like adjusting enough, and then just focus in real life, and then move just enough. Also, focus less on arms and more on like the bodily movements, if that makes sense. Because if you can move your body instead of your arms, it's more of a natural flow, for me at least, and that'll create a better cinematic going forward. Okay, having literally everything unsorted in my inbox right now, it's fucked. I have 400 fucking things in my inbox, and that's just my personal inbox. So that's gonna be interesting. The actionable was create an ideas and resources situation. But yeah, I'll cover that more in lessons because I have. And then obviously sort it all. Plus allocate more time at night to doing something like that. Ooh, waiting so long to do a reflection. I need to start doing more AARs, which is like after action review. And I want to just do it like right after things happen so I can like chill out my brain and let it like really just like sink in, because I can get way too fucking riled up on something and then I forget all the lessons and I have to like use the 2020 hindsight type of thing, which is good. And at the same time, it's not always as 2020 as like that first moment when you had all those realizations. And it's just a faster way of learning and moving on. So do more of that. Don't necessarily wait till Sunday to try to reflect on everything. Judging myself when vlogging. Very, very not useful. Just ends up creating a worse vlog and emotional state for me. Just please instead, just start saying thank you, arigato. Start practicing more self-love. Do all the things that you know you should be doing in these types of things that are the opposite of judgment. Workouts taking forever. I miss the gym, man. I lack accountability in my basement. I'm still getting it done, but it just takes too long. I'm not fired up as much. I don't have this like urgency to get in and out. Definitely think about others doing it. Think about others, imagine others being there. Try getting off my phone more. Try different routines. Make it a race. Start doing timers and stuff like that. There's so many things I can be doing to make it even better. But boy, I miss the gym. No direct training tabs. I'm fucking struggling with that shit right now. Just schedule it in and actually follow it, please. And be okay if I'm doing it on a full stomach. That's also a big thing right there. Not using my nights as productively as I should be. They are getting a little bit like just me on my phone looking at social media, not too much like actual action. It's pretty deadly, man. I'm not a fan of it right now. So have like a list of things that I can be doing later at night, whether that's like cleaning up my cloud, cleaning my room, cleaning my actual laptop folder structuring system, recording silly stuff like music content or like funny content, just a lot of like not so cognitively demanding things, and just try to be more productive. I know sometimes I just feel like just goddamn sleeping, but like just try. You have more in the tank, Josh. You can do it. Allowing myself to wake up with headaches for a bit there. There was like 3 days in a row where I woke up with a headache, and then like after mom did a non-material source energy medicine session on me, it was like everything changed. That wasn't even what we were working on, but it was cool that it just vanished after that. Thank God. Honestly, I should have got help earlier, but I just decided not to and tried to do things myself. But sometimes it's just better to reach out to someone else. Making almost no micro content to promote my posts. And I wish I could just do more repurposing, but I just like never prioritized it. So prioritize it, add it to the power list, because it is almost just as important as the long form content. It's just tough for me. Very tough for me. On my phone too fucking much. Like I'm on social media way too fucking much right now. Still following, of course, like the 3-4 hour rule before I wake up. Or not before, after I wake up, I try not to check it for that amount of time, but like, geez, man. I should definitely do a better job of just like asking myself, like, is this the best use of my time right now? And then setting timers, and just being more caught up in the creative process. That allows me to get on my phone so much easier. Having a messy room. This room when it's messy, it like sucks part of me out. And like, I just wish I could take the time to clean everything. And I've got to find a better way to do this, because what I have done so far hasn't worked, which is basically nothing. And yeah, I don't know. I'm really not sure what the next move is, but my room stresses me out a lot. Subconsciously, not really conscious stress. I don't like it though. It doesn't make me feel good being in this corner right here with all this fucking chaos. What were my biggest lessons? The biggest virus right now is not necessarily the coronavirus, but instead the fear that everyone's projecting. People are losing their fucking minds around this shit right now. And it's like, when you are in fear, you are so easy to control. And it's like, it's just crazy, honestly. Quarantine has absolutely amped this up, this fear. And yeah, be love, be light. That is the best thing you can do. Being in fear is helping no one and is putting yourself at risk. Of course, have concern, don't get me wrong. But like, do you need to be entrenched in fear? Because if you're there, you're not helping anyone. Wisdom tells me I am nothing. Love tells me I am everything. Between these two, my life flows. This was an amazing quote that I heard on Tim Ferriss' show through Jack Cornfield. And I think how's this pronounced? I'm going to absolutely butcher this name, so bear with me. Nisargadatta Maharaj. And that is a gem of a quote. Like, I hope you guys understand that it's both things at the same time. As life goes on even more, I'm so aware that it's not about like one way, it's about like finding the balance between two opposing views, if you will. And somewhere in there is where the magic point is, if you will, the magic sweet spot. This coronavirus period is a blessing to me because it's forcing me to start my online business and all of these projects that I've been pushing off, because it basically eliminates all chances of me getting a job at this point. That's not actually accurate. I could get a job if I choose to, but it's just less of a job, less of a chance it's a retail job, more of it. It's like, it's pushing me in so many different positive directions right now. And I'm very grateful for this time and seeing things as a blessing and like my perspective and all that jazz, because like it is absolutely an A+ time to go after what I need to go after. And it's just like that extra push I've been needing. It's challenging, don't get me wrong, but it's what needs to happen. And I feel like there's so many things that just keep happening to like push me in that direction. And it's scary, but it needs to happen. It's actually about community at the end of the day. So when I was writing my YouTube description, I was kind of just realizing, I'm like, oh shit, though this content is like the main part of this, at the end of the day, it's actually wrapped up in community. It's a community of like-minded people who are going after what they want, who are chasing their goals, their desires, their dreams, who are living differently, who are challenging the status quo, who are focused on improving the quality of their life, maxing out their potential, being a good human being, living authentically, spreading kindness, and supporting each other in the process. Like that last part is actually especially key. Each of you supporting each other in your own processes. That's fucking key to me. Because if I can do that, that's everything. It's really about the people you're meeting in your journey, not just what you're learning or how much money you're making or like how you're growing. Yes, all those things are great, especially like your personal evolution. I especially love that. But what matters so fucking much is the people that you're spending your journey with. And like, if I can make a community of all these fucking badasses and like we can all bring each other up, that means the world to me. That'd be fucking sick, man. I just really want people who are living what I'm talking about in their own life and like actually applying things and bringing all of you. I want each of you to bring each other up and just make this fucking place a better place, if you will. Place meaning earth. I can bring value to people who are quote unquote bigger than me. There are certain people out there who I forget that I can bring value to, and I forget that I'm valuable to. And it's amazing to watch as I start to bring more and more value to these types of people. And it's really cool developing these friendships. Thinking like this was especially born out of my boy Giuseppe, and getting to know him, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I can bring value to this, because like he told me how much I what did he say? How much I charge him up with my positive energy. And I'm like, bro, I appreciate it so much. You charge me up as well. And it's just like, it's a reminder like, yo, I have things that are valuable, whether that's my skills, my mindsets, my positive energy, whatever the fuck the case may be. I can have a positive impact. And that also like led to me like realizing, holy shit, later on in the week when I posted DPMO Vol 3, I was like, oh my gosh, I can have a positive impact in my dubstep videos too, because it was like, holy shit. A few artists messaged me, Versa and Chassis, and were like, yo, you made my day. And I'm like, the fuck? This video made your day? And that's amazing to me. Like, it was so cool that even in my dubstep videos, I'm still subconsciously focusing on having a positive impact. It means the world to me. So much of what I think needs to be recorded does not actually need to be recorded. As I shift a lot to essentialism right now, I am realizing how much I ramble, how long I take to say such simple things, and it's not always the best for my content quality at the end of the day. Like, do I need to include everything? Do I need to include dues paid? Nope. Do I need to include my food and drink? Nope. Do I need to include my driving to get somewhere? Nope. Do I need to include every little feeling and thought I'm having in a day? Absolutely not. Like, I can do this in a lot less words with a lot less duration and a lot less footage. This comes from me paying attention to my vlogs as I edit things more, as I record things more, also as I watch more weekly V, and just like pay the fuck attention to what's good right now and analyzing my styles as well. So as of going forward, I'm just focusing on like, what am I most excited about? And like, only when I'm very excited, or I can feel that it's like in my gut that it's the right time to record, that's when I start recording. At the end of the day, if I don't do that, I end up getting way too much fucking footage, and then it just becomes this absolute nightmare to edit. And yeah, focusing on essentialism is fucking everything for me right now. In all my content, it is really just about getting the main essential points and just enough to tell the best story. This quarantine is a major opportunity for me in terms of content as well. I found that realizing that most people are home with a lot more free time, they are much more likely to watch my videos. So it's like this cool thing of like, yo, if they can watch my videos now, realize it can bring them value. I was going to say good, but I don't know if my videos are good yet. They're getting better all the time now. But if they can watch it now, realize it gets value, after the quarantine, they will also still continue watching because they're like, this brings me benefit and value right now. Also, I'm experiencing a non-material source energy medicine session right now. I can feel it, and I'm just like so zen. It's so fucking nice. Oh my God. Separate Notion areas by teams and projects. This has been a big unlock for me. Focused really on just like making sure that like, so for my current thing, I've got personal, I've got Notion, I've got content, and I've got non-material source energy medicine. Those are all essentially big ass projects and have different teams and theories. So obviously they're all me right now, but like that won't stay like that. They'll change as time goes on. So having an area locked down to just one type of team has really allowed me to sort things better and like simplify those types of systems and like have just enough pages and those types of things. I'm loving it right now. And when it's set up like this, you can have things like content area, for example, which is what I have right now. And that can have like the tasks hitting the content stream, which by the way, that was a big unlock for me as well. Holy fuck. And then the ideas and inspiration, those can be separate things, which I realized, and they can link them. And it's like, it doesn't need to become too cluttered because it's not like you've got Notion ideas in one area and then non-material source energy medicine ideas and then content ideas. So it's like they're in their own area. So you don't need to like deal with that extra clutteredness. And also resources. Like I used to think that inspiration, ideas, resources, and swipes should all be separate or all together or separate. They're actually, it shouldn't be the case, I don't think. My current take on this is basically the following. Ideas, inspirations, connected through a relational, but they're separate, and then resources as their own thing. And then swipe file goes inside inspiration. I can't believe, it's so fucking simple, but that's definitely what my current best solution for that is. Okay, gonna share a shit ton of DPMO Vol 3 lessons real quick. And that basically means like what I learned in this process of getting that video out there. Number one, SoundCloud comments fucking work. If I can contextually give a reply, of being like, yo, my base face for this was fucking mental. And then link to the video without it being like, try to be as authentic as possible throughout this. They will probably see it. I'm realizing that they check SoundCloud comments, they check DMs, they check all these things. You just have to give a fucking good enough response. Of course, there are artists that don't check any of that stuff, and that's fine. But I feel like most of them do, and you just have to give a good enough, give good copy basically, meaning your copywriting skills have to be on point, and your influence skills as well. And it just goes to like show that this thesis I had for such a long time actually works fucking wonders, which is create like this double link. Number one, if you mention something in your video, share it with them. Number two, if you mention that thing in your video, bring like, so if you're mentioning like a song, for example, comment on that song, a link back to yours. And you're like, it's like a double win because it works. Okay. It really works. And that's what I did with that video. Also some SEO stuff, which is really cool. Plus like A+ thumbnail. I really was pleased with that thumbnail by the end. Okay, not A+, maybe A-. But yeah, amazing. I also realized artists actually want to see my live reactions, and it's like that is a benefit to them and an added value, and they enjoy it. So that's fucking amazing, and I love that. Number two, the benefit to my videos, like the main benefit, is not actually the logical part of it. It's not the words. It's actually the non-verbals, because like that's what separates me from a lot of these reviewers. They use their words a lot, and I just want to review mostly with my reactions, my dance moves, my like face, how I'm interpreting the song. You can see it, and like the passion comes through, and that seems to be what the most valuable part of things is. So that right there is my unique value proposition. 1000% for that. Next up, I never want to fucking be a first and foremost reviewer. That is so disinteresting to me. The real like winner here is the person who's actually making the art. For me, I'm not making the art. I'm just a fucking reviewer, which is why I keep myself very humble around it, because I'm just a consumer who happens to be talking on camera and showing things on camera. It's nothing fucking special. So for me, if your job is to like criticize other people's works, that's tough. That's really tough, because like you're sitting there basically critiquing someone else's art, and it's subjective as fuck. Like just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's bad or good. It's just art, and it's just, I don't know. I could never do this as my fucking full-time thing or my main thing, because it's like it's very like it can be super fucking disrespectful if not done correctly. So anyways, I'm not a fan of it. For me, the way I want to be doing things a lot going forward is like I want to focus on only really things I like love, because I don't want to fucking put people down. It doesn't make me feel good at all. So, and again, it's just one man's point of view. That's it. Holy fuck. MP3s can serve as a tangible part of non-material source energy medicine. Amazing. Mom came up with this idea. I'll take zero fucking credit for it. And it serves as the tangible physical aspect of things. You can set the intent, like the way we can do this is like essentially hook up a session to an MP3 file. When you listen, you'll receive the benefit of the session. That's its simplest form right there. And this is amazing, because we've done it in ideas of like through email, through phone call, but like with this, you can literally do it whenever you choose. You don't need to have me on the same page at the same time. It's such a different way of doing this from a freedom perspective for both of us. It's kind of like why texts work versus calls. Calls, you have to have both people on, and you have to match up both of your schedules, and it's a lot more demanding. Whereas like text, you send off when you choose, and then whenever that person wants to read and respond, they do. Same thing here. We send off when we want to the session, and then whenever you want to receive and listen to it and experience that session, then you can. And like you can also go back and re-listen to that session to reintegrate it. And it's just like, holy fucking shit. How have I? So I thought of this to a degree kind of, but she just took it to another fucking level. Also related to this, having it all set up in like a Notion page with like the MP3 listenable right there, as well as like next steps and next actions. Oh boy, I can see it all right now. This is crazy. Oh, it's so fucking convenient. That's why I think it'll work. Sem Mondays is merely giving people a taste of ice cream outside the ice cream parlor. Got this from Steven. I asked him directly. I was like, yo, like, I'm nervous. I don't know if I said that, but that's how I was feeling. I was nervous for this whole like giving away sessions, like how that would work for us. But the way he's setting it up is literally doing this all so he can bring more people into the ice cream shop and then like also hand off to other ice cream people, if you will. Ice cream scoopers, I guess, is what we'll call non-material source energy medicine practitioners right now. Because he's down to give more exposure to us right now, which is amazing, as well as like people will still want more one-on-one work. They want deeper work. They want more advanced work. And like, I'm still doing my best job to wrap my head around this more, but like the idea of group sessions for me feels much more cool right now. And I'll probably end up doing some sort of thing like that myself. What challenges did I experience? Okay, I had some headaches, which, man, some of these headaches fucking took me out. I was not feeling so good. And I'm not exactly sure what happened for all of them, but boy, they were not fun. I keep thinking I'm recording less and then I end up with like the exact same timeline. It's so fucking confusing and I don't actually know what the fuck is good right now. Had a lot of scarcity come up with the whole giving away sessions for free and Sem Mondays. That really fucked with me, but it's getting a lot easier, man. It's getting a lot easier. I'm seeing more and more that it's actually going to be bringing in more sessions, more money, if you will, long term. And of course, more impact, that's obvious. But like from a business perspective, I just want to make sure I'm able to still cash the fuck in. This is part of things. This is absolutely part of things. It's not just fucking for fun and games out here. Don't get me wrong, I love impact, but I need to fucking make an income, period. I've been really scared of like rent stuff as well as job, like not exactly, like there's some insecurities of like if I'm good enough for a job, scared of some money stuff. Thankfully, Dad does have my back, but I just don't want to use him as a resource if I can do it myself. I also don't like the idea of just relying on my parents. I want to be able to do things myself, key. So I'm scared for like what temporarily happens without this time. I'm like, should I do unemployment? Should I do OW? Just very nervous for like rent and food, and then like, how does this affect my bulk? I'm not exactly sure, man. Also, taxes are fucking annoying. Side note on money. So with like business and stuff, I'm actually like unsure if I'm just ready, if I can pull it off. There's definitely some doubts I'm having around my entrepreneurship and job situation. I just don't know how I'm gonna pull this off. But I feel like if I just keep going and doing what I think is best, eventually I come out on top. Friends not following through with their word. It's just annoying. Little things. But it's just like, it also shows me, hey, how am I not following through with my word right now? And that's like something I was working on last night, energetically. Just acknowledging all of the broken agreements and then clearing that block, that energy, because I'm noticing it's happening a lot right now. I'm just like saying certain things and I'm not doing it. And it's like, I used to be so fucking good at this. So good. Teeth getting a little bit yellow. I'm not a fan of the color right now. I want to start doing whitening strips. Thankfully, I've got this that just came in my reality as of yesterday. So that's a gangster, and that was a Christmas present from Mom. So that worked out fucking well. Next, phone has bitten the dust. So what happened is basically it set itself into a loop boot, or boot loop, I think it's called. And I think I have to probably send it into Apple, which was scaring the shit out of me because, like, number one, it's the source of my recording right now. So that's a little bit irritating. Thankfully, I still have backups like this. And the mic is first and foremost important. Video is second, as I learned from Tyler from the MFCEO project. Okay, so that's first and foremost what happened. And then I think I am sending it into Apple through, like, this Apple Care shipping thing, whatever the fuck. It should be free. I'm hoping it's not more because, like, I didn't fucking do anything. It just stopped working and I'm just like, oh my god, what the fuck is going down? All I know is like Face ID stopped working first and then it died. Like battery wise, it hit 0 and then it turned off and then I couldn't turn back on. I'm like, Okay. And I spent a lot of time freaking out and stressing out, even downloaded this one thing that was supposed to like help it get out of its state. And then I fucking deleted all my downloads. So I'm like, fuck. And then what's crucial about that was like, I almost lost like very valuable content. Thank God. Google Photos and iCloud saved my fucking life here. But holy shit. I almost lost so much. And that scared the hell out of me. So very blessed that all my vlog files were all like in non-download folder, because if it was still there, I would have lost so much footage. And it really also showed me, I'm like, holy fuck, I am very attached to this shit and it doesn't actually matter as much as I think it does. But it was just intriguing nonetheless. So as for phone, I'm just going to make it an opportunity as of right now. It allows me more time to just be off social media, work on my content stuff, Notion stuff, catching up, giving the vlog a temporary pause. It also feels really good that Gary's also on pause right now, because I'm like, oh, I don't want to fucking be on pause. I want to fucking stay at the same number as you. So that's part of things as well. And yeah, that's what's up. Also, I am just fucking horny as hell throughout this quarantine for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm really not sure. I miss having sex. Where did I grow the most? Saying so much less in my vlogs and being okay with that. I don't need to narrate every little thing. I don't need to say things before they happen. I don't need to even say things after they happen if it's not essential to the storyline and essential to my day. So it's fine with just being okay with saying a lot less. Don't need to update with every little thing. Sharing my content with the public and being okay if I fall on my face when I'm shooting my shot. Used to really fuck with me. Used to hold a lot back for this reason, but like, it's okay. My content is getting better as time goes on, and it just feels like I'm in a good time right now to share a lot of things, and I'm glad that I've gotten to this place, because I can't grow to the fullest degree if I'm just keeping everything private as fuck. It also really helps that some people are really enjoying it, so it allows me to share with more, and then more people are enjoying it the more I share it, and it's like, yes, this feels good. Detachment with editing. I found myself cutting more and more clips and being okay with just not including everything. I fluctuate on this, but like as a whole, I definitely grew in that in the past 2 weeks for sure. But there's definitely still more to work on that, 1000%. Detachment from content, like it matters, but it doesn't matter as much as I think it does. And like having a bunch of files deleted showed me, I'm like, oh, what was that again I had type of thing? Like if I imagined it playing out in my head, I'm like, okay, what if it all got deleted these past 10 weeks? I'm like, okay, wouldn't be ideal, but like life will go on. I still have some memories. I can do my best to like quickly fill in some holes and like fill in the best predictions and best topics and stuff like that. But like, yeah, it doesn't actually matter as much as I think it does. What am I obsessed with right now? Experimenting in all areas. I fucking love experimenting. I talk about this 24/7, but it just is the way. Even this is an experiment. Meta as fuck, baby. At home lattes, I fucking love it. And I love the espresso powder. Like, it's not necessarily just lattes always. It can also be like Americanos, or it can be just a straight up espresso, which is what my current kick is as I speak this into existence. So yeah, but the lattes are just fucking next level, especially 2% milk and cane sugar. Oh, it's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. That's my favorite one by far. People enjoying my content. So first and foremost, the people who are enjoying my weekly vlogs and actually watching, feels so fucking nice. So thank you for paying attention to that. Number 2, this is actually even more exciting to me. DPMO 3 artists actually enjoying my reaction video. Like Versa and Chassis telling me that it made their fucking day. That's amazing. And all the other artists that were like, yo, really enjoyed it. That was awesome. Like, thanks for sharing. But the fact that people thanked me was like, wait a second, like what's going on right now? Because I'm so used to, I feel like I'm thanking them usually for making music, and then they're thanking me for reacting to it. I was like, this is fucking bonkers. I fucking love this. I'm here for it. I fucking love it. And it's just amazing that even throughout dubstep videos, I'm still having a positive impact. it is always first and foremost my what I care about most, my like North Star, if you will. It feels so right on a soul level. And it just fires me the fuck up that all these artists I look up to are actually fucking with my shit. Feels so nice. Same thing with Azel too. Like, just these fucking skilled ass people thinking that I am creating something good means so fucking much to me. Means so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Reflection 77. I appreciate you so much for hanging out with me. I hope that it's been a productive hangout, and I hope this brought a lot of value to you. If it did bring a lot of value to you, do me a favor, like, comment your biggest takeaway, and then subscribe. And do this also so you can catch more of my videos and stuff like that. But also because every like and a comment and a subscribe also shows more people my content. So if you're getting value, I hope that you would share it with other people so that you can get value too. Whether that's through just a share or literally just doing those steps so the algorithm can do all the things. I'm talking too much right now. Anyways, again, thank you so much for watching and listening. I really appreciate you taking the time, and I hope this gave you like a lot of insight that you can apply to your own life. And as always, my name is Josh Moxey. I hope you are going to live an incredible existence throughout this quarantine situation, and be love, be light, and I will catch you later.